Bad ideas.
The reason that yes and leads to bad ideas is because there are people with some level of power or influence who often have a desire, weirdly, they have a desire to control the process, despite all of the talk about, like, don't take control. And the fact that someone who is in charge has a desire to control the creative process is usually a sign that their ideas are not that great. Like they're in charge, but somehow their ideas keep not ending up being the ones that are taken. And so, unfortunately, and I know I sound cynical. I'm speaking from firsthand experience. Unfortunately, they will do this thing where they're like, well, it's really fulfilling and wholesome. We'll do yes and we won't deny other people's ideas. We'll just build on what's there. And so let me start. Here's my idea, right? And then now, of course, they've put everybody in the room in a little box because you have to build on their idea. You cannot seem to be, overtly switching. But you could, if you weren't trapped in this yes and hell cycle, you actually could say, oh, that's a really interesting idea, and that sparks something else, and go wherever. It can work in directed brainstorming. In other words, we have a very specific problem we need to solve, and like down at the micro level of storytelling, and how do we solve that? In that scenario, I think yes and can be useful, right? Because you're already like, okay, look, our heroes are stuck on this cliff and the bridge is out and the enemies are coming and there's like 15 conditions, and within that framework we have to come up with something cool. But anything wider, any lens wider than that, it just becomes an attempt for someone who doesn't think that their idea could survive the free market of ideas that is a real raw brainstorming session